I call the January 29th, 2026 meeting of the Cumberland Planning Board to order. Roll call. Mr. Zook. Here. Okay. Mr. Butler.
Here.
Ms. Reese.
Here.
Mr. D'Ambrosio.
Here.
And the chair is present at the moment. Absent is Mr. Costa. Okay. So.
I'm here too.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Mr. O'Neill. You know what I did? I got to put you down here. Well, I've got to redo my tally sheet. Okay, and Mr. O'Neill is here. Item number 2 on the planning board is the approval of the planning board minutes of December 4th, 2025. Are there any additions, corrections, or deletions? And if there are none, I'll entertain a motion. Motion by Mr. O'Neill.
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Butler. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Public meeting for request for bond reduction, owner applicant Terrapin Development LLC. Location Hidden Meadow Drive, Assessors Plat 56, lots 22, 23, and 49, and Assessors Plat 57, lots 28 and 36. The applicant requests a reduction of the performance bond. Mr. Modica.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So this is the Hidden Meadow development project. There was an original bond in 2019 for about $900,000. It's currently about $436,000. And the applicant has requested, they originally requested to release the bond in its entirety. But there's still a few outstanding items that need to be completed. The planning department was out there, Public Works was out there. So the items that still need to be complete, they're bolded on the second page. So Public Works did not want to fully release the bond. There's still some remaining items to be completed, but it's going to be reduced by a substantial amount, nearly $200,000. So the recommendation for Public Works is to reduce the bond to $16,000 for the remaining work, a little bit, and to keep $181,000 as a maintenance guarantee. And that maintenance guarantee is the money that the town would use in the event the applicant does not maintain the property or keep up what's shown on the final plan. And that will be held for 1 year after the bond is reduced. So that time period hasn't kicked in yet.
The board have any questions? None? Yes, sir. I saw you heading for the podium before, so.
Hello, everybody. My name is Bo Akers. I'm an attorney from Bransky Levins LLC. I represent the applicant here, Terrapin Development LLC. As Mr. Modica stated, we're here for a bond reduction. The items that have been listed by the town as of December 4th in the bold are what the town tends to be incomplete. But I would like to bring an update and something that I can circle back following this meeting is that the bridge inspection has been done, report's been done, and I think that's been done for some time now, and I believe the town does have that, but I can circle back with Glenn to discuss that further, as well as the cleaning and flushing of the drainage system. And then I know I spoke with my client, and we do need to coordinate with the town when it comes to where the locations of the monuments need to be placed, as far as that goes. So there's a couple things to circle back with regarding that, but overall, almost everything has been completed. So I just wanted to bring that to the board's attention, and I'll circle back with the planning board in that regard.
Okay. Does the board have any questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll hear from the board. Oh, before we do that, I just want to recognize that Mr. Costa has entered the chambers at 7:35 p.m. 6:35 p.m. Excuse me.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion in regards to the bond reduction request for Hidden Meadow that based on the memo from Mr. Entow dated December 4th, 2025, that we reduce the amount of the bond by $239,483 leaving a remaining balance of $197,236, which includes remaining work and contingency and the maintenance guarantee.
Have a motion by Mr. Butler. Second by, Ms. Reese. Any other questions? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. The chair also votes in the affirmative. The next.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, thank you very much. Item number 4, public meeting, request for bond reduction, applicant JIF Investment Company, project name 123 Curran Road, location 123 Curran Road, assessors plat 6 and lot 17. The applicant requests a reduction of the performance bond. Mr. Modica.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I don't know if you recall this project. This was a subdivision that created three house lots. And the public infrastructure improvements were to install sewer. That's all been completed. Public Works has inspected the work. They're happy with it. So they're recommending the release of the bond, and with a certain $13,000 as a maintenance guarantee that'll be held from 1 year if you vote in favor from today, in case anything happens to come up with that work.
Board have any questions? Is there anyone here representing the applicant or the applicant himself?
Rick Bissett with JIF Investments. I'm here to answer any questions.
Okay,
Glenn pretty much said it all.
sure. Any questions from the board? Thank you. Pleasure of the board.
Mr. Chairman, in regards to the bond reduction request for 121 Curran Road, I'll make a motion that based on Mr. Entow's memo to the planning board dated December 9th, 2025, that we reduce the bond by the amount of $93,328.60, leaving a remaining amount of $13,194.05 to be maintained until the final as-built is provided and a 1-year period from this bond reduction release date occurs.
Have a motion by Mr. Butler.
So moved.
Second by Mr. Costa. Any other discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The chair votes yes. Motion carries. Item number 6, Director's Report, Open Government Electronic Portal for Planning Applications. I'm sorry? Oh, I'm sorry.
Number 5.
I'm sorry.
It's going for a meeting record. Out of here in 7 minutes.
I should not have checked it off until after I announced it. Okay. Public hearing, project name, Tiffany Drive. Project type, administrative subdivision, unified development review. The applicant owner, Stephen Instasi? Instasi, okay, thank you. The third, location 1 Tiffany Drive, assessors plat 54, lots 197 and 198. Zoning is R1 with public water and public sewer. The applicant is seeking unified development review approval to move a lot line separating assessors plat 54, lots 197 and 198 to accommodate a pre-existing shed. The application requires zoning variances for a minimum lot area on lot 197, a variance for road frontage for lot 197, and variances for side and rear yard setback for the shed on lot 198. Mr. Modica.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So here we have a situation where we have a house on one lot and the shed is on another lot. And by zoning, you can't have an accessory structure, the shed, on a different lot than the principal structure, the house. So the applicant wants to correct the situation by moving the lot line to encompass the shed, so the house and the shed are on the same lot. And both of these lots are legally non-conforming by area. They're well under the minimum lot size of 25,000 square feet. So moving this line to bring the shed into one lot, it triggers 4 variances that the applicant's requesting. For minimum lot area, for the house lot, which is lot 198, variance for road frontage for the vacant lot, which is 197, and then variances for the side and rear yard setback for the shed. which would be with the house. Now, in terms of lot area, the biggest thing we're usually looking at is that we don't want to create non-conforming lots. We don't want to make them smaller. And the planning board has seen a couple of these over the years where the bigger non-conforming lot gets smaller, but the smaller non-conforming lot gets bigger. So I think in that sense, that's fine, and that's the scenario here, where the larger lot will be less conforming, the smaller lot gets more non-conforming. It kind of evens out. In terms of road frontage, 100 feet is required, but moving the line over to the shed precludes getting that 100 feet. That would not be possible. So we think that that's a reasonable request for the relief from the road frontage. Regarding the setbacks for the shed, there's the rear yard and side yard. In our staff report, we had the dimensions reversed in terms of the rear and side yard. So I'm just going to back up and correct that now. So when we have a corner lot that fronts on two roads, there's two fronts. And the rear is that line that is the furthest from the front. So that would be the lot line opposite Tiffany Drive. And that would make the side lot line opposite K Street. So for the rear yard setback, the one opposite Tiffany Drive, it should be 25 feet, but it's only 5 feet. So about 20 feet of relief is proposed. Let me see, yes. So the applicant could meet that 25 feet, but that would lead to a domino effect. It would make the other lot smaller. It would even reduce the frontage by even more. K Street, the side yard setback, 10 feet is required, but the shed is a pre-existing condition. The shed has been there based on aerial since at least the 1990s. So that's a pre-existing non-conforming condition. So overall, the planning department believes that this application is reasonable. The relief requested is reasonable given the current conditions of both properties. And the application meets the required findings for granting a dimensional variance, and it's consistent with the comprehensive plan.
Does the board have any questions? Mr. DeRosa?
Does the applicant own both? They own both lots?
Yes.
Is combining them an option to make it more conforming?
They could be merged. That is certainly an option.
Okay, just throwing it out there because it would,
Usually, so there is a merger by use. There's a merger by use provision in the zoning ordinance, but that is more for tax purposes. I don't know if we can force people to merge their lots. I mean, if there is, a house could be built on that other lot. You could move the shed, you could tear down the shed, you could still build a house. And I think at the end of the day, there is a buildable lot here, the vacant lot, lot 197. At the end of the day, there is still a buildable lot, although it will be a little smaller.
okay.
Mr. Costa?
Yeah, my question was dovetailing on Mr. DeRosa. How old is the shed?
At least, it's been there since at least 1997,
1997?
based on the aerials I was looking at.
Wouldn't they have to get a building permit to put this shed on their property?
They would have to get a permit. I couldn't tell you what, so the current ordinance is from 2009. I don't know what
Okay.
what it said before that.
But when this shed was built, didn't they need a permit? And I was
Yeah, I don't, yeah.
just curious.
Mr. O'Neill?
Similar questions to Mr. Ambrosio, it's a good planning practice when feasible to try and merge non-conforming lots to make them more conforming. If it's possible, great. If it's not, I'm not that opposed to it. I think Glenn really kind of explained it well. You got two pre-existing non-conforming lots prior to this lot line. In my mind, it's like a lot line adjustment. you're gonna have two pre-existing non-conforming lots after we do the move of the line. I'm not really opposed to that, it doesn't really change much. My question is more of a legal question, you know, are you left with another buildable lot? You could with a comp permit, something like that. I just didn't know if that's common, like if you would have another lot that could be built or somebody to come back here with
It could.
many variances, which I'm sure it is.
And then it would still, I mean, right now, both lots would be entitled to that proportional modification, so this lot would fall under that anyway right now.
So would that constitute a self-inflicted hardship? Or no, because it's already not conforming?
I guess it depends. If they, well, there's different gradations. So you get a modification is what it's called. You get that percentage reduction by how much smaller your lot is versus the minimum lot size. If you go over that percentage, then you need to ask for a variance. So then that's a good question.
We had a similar, somewhat of a similar circumstance some years ago, where you had a lot that was conforming and one that was not conforming, and there was I think it was a retention basin that was straddling the lots. So they were trying to move it. And the idea was if something is currently non-conforming, if it's still non-conforming, but you're making it less non-conforming, okay? That was one of the provisions that we looked at. This circumstance is so much different. As far as you're making one, they're both non-conforming, and now another one it's a little bit different of a situation. Yes?
It's a trade-off, so
Yeah.
you're violating one of the regulations because you have a shed on a lot by itself.
Yeah.
Regulations don't
Yep.
allow that, but it's
Yeah.
there, it's pre-existing non-conforming. So you're taking care of that, because that shouldn't be there. But at the same time, you're still left with another lot that's vacant, pre-existing, it's not conforming. So you're addressing one thing, but you're leaving it.
Right. So the way I'm looking at it, okay, is can you build on this lot? We know that we have lots in town that are 5,000 square foot lots, 50 by 100 lots, okay? Well, this is, just shy of 100 feet in depth, and it's 83 feet in width, and it's giving him 8,000 square feet. So I look at it from that point of view, saying that you can put a decent house on it, and we have houses someplace else that are only at 5,000 square foot lots. So we can look at that from that point of view, as far as questioning, making something that's non-conforming more non-conforming. Okay, and I agree with you, Mr. O'Neill, in your position.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to it, I wanted to know for the record, like, as a planning practice, we prefer to see the lots merged to make it a more conforming lot if it's feasible.
Yeah.
We're not, we don't really want to force homeowners into doing that, it's not our place to do that. But, it's a trade-off, we're helping on one regulatory requirement, but not meeting the other, it's a trade-off.
Some years ago, I think we tossed around the idea of any lots that were substandard by today's zoning. We wanted to institute that these lots would have to be merged, if they're vacant.
Yeah.
Or even if one's vacant and one's occupied, okay? And that got tossed around a number of times, and nothing else came of it at that point in time, so we still have sort of the situations. I agree with you, Mr. O'Neill, in your assessment. Anyone else?
Yes, another quick question.
Yeah, Mr. Costa.
As well? No. Okay. So what happens if this other non-conforming lot gets sold and they come before us next month to put a house on it? And where do we go from there?
It would just go to the building official. I was thinking about your question more. It's just a building permit, so it wouldn't come before the board.
The reason why it would come before this board.
And I don't know, I'm sorry to interrupt. I was thinking about there are certain percentages of modifications, like 5, 10, 15. I think if it's over 15% for a modification, it would come before you for a recommendation to the zoning board.
If it's not an administrative modification.
Yeah.
That's what you're referring to, there's administrative modifications.
Right. And then if you exceed a threshold, then it's got to go to the zoning board.
Well, there was a time not that long ago when we had, and today's zoning is substandard, okay? And a builder would come in and he's looking to build a larger house and he wants relief from the setbacks. And that kind of really bothered me back then. You know, it's like he wants to build a bigger house. And his argument was, I can't build a house on a 50 by 100 lot with these setbacks and be able to sell it. It's not marketable. That was their position at the time. So,
You still gotta keep in mind, like, if someone wants to build a single-family residential home, they're gonna have to meet all the other,
yes,
wastewater,
Yeah.
permitting requirement, well water, like, they're gonna have to shoehorn it to meet all those DEM requirements.
but an
That doesn't
8,000,
work, you're not gonna have a house.
but an 8,000 square foot lot to me is much better than a 5,000 square foot lot. You can still build a decent sized home on it without encroaching in the setbacks.
Just curious, we're talking, what, 25 feet?
25 feet
A
for,
waiver for 25 feet?
for the rear, the one opposite Tiffany Drive is supposed to be 25 feet and it's going to be 5'1". To make it 25 feet would make that lot 197 a lot smaller.
So does it have to be 25 feet, I guess is what I'm getting at.
Well, that's the variance request,
Yeah.
not to make it 25 feet. You know, you slice off 20 by, it'll be about 2,000 square feet less were they to do that. And it would also make the road frontage, 63 feet rather than 83 feet where 100 is needed. So there's those, it pushes the other variances up.
This is the question, Glenn, here, so I'm gonna ask one more question. Looking at Nat Geo, it appeared to me that most of the lots in the neighborhood were non-conforming lots, is that more or less correct?
Right. Right, all over town, 25,000.
Especially that neighborhood.
But, yes,
Over
up-
there, it's, non-conforming in that area.
Right, it's
Yes.
platted
a lot of
decades
funky
ago.
stuff going on in the Case Street area. When I say funky, I mean something that,
Non-conforming.
yeah, in other words, it's pre-existing. It was built years ago and the lots were cut off way before even I was born, probably. Well, maybe not, who knows? Okay, I know the applicant's here, so if you have anything to add. We don't want to leave you out of the conversation.
Stephen Stacy, 1 Tiffany. You guys heard what I'm asking for. I think, like you said, it was probably, this was the original owner that built it in 1972. He lived there 53 years with his wife, and they went into assisted living. That's how I bought the property. I think when he originally built the shed, it was built on the extra lot, because when you look at the setbacks, it probably conformed to the restrictions of a regular lot that had a single frontage, not the corner lot of Tiffany, so that's probably why a lot of that comes into play. So I just was trying to make relief to keep the shed with the property since it's been there since the 90s, in conjunction with it, and make it more appealing to a family with children, because there wasn't much of a backyard to it. So I was just trying to conform to as much as you can in the area for which all lots are non-conforming in the vicinity. You guys have any questions for me?
No.
Are you selling the house?
Yes.
I mean, I looked over this paperwork and just noticed this.
That's right there.
And it's, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to buy the house and the lot together.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Pleasure of the board.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion in regards to 1 Tiffany Drive. that we approve the administrative subdivision unified development review, which includes zoning variances for minimum lot area for Lot 197, a variance for road frontage for Lot 197, and variances for side and rear yard setback for the shed on Lot 198, based on the findings in the planning staff memo to the planning board dated January 22nd, 2026. The application is consistent with the goals and purposes of the comprehensive plan.
I have a motion by Mr. Butler. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Reese. Any other discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Chair votes yes. Motion carries. Good luck. Okay. 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 Now I can do item number 6.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Now I can check off the other one. Okay, Director's Report, Open Government Electronic Portal for Planning Applications, Home-Town of Cumberland, RI. Mr. Modica.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'm going to show you the permitting portal on the screen. That's why I moved the podium. It's easier for me to do it this way. So what the state, a couple years ago, 2024, required all planning departments to have an online portal for planning applications, and that's finally come to fruition in the past couple months. So I'm going to show you how anyone from the public now can see what's coming into the planning department before it ever gets to you. So you can go to, I put the link on the agenda, and you can just Google, Cumberland, Open Gov, online permitting, and there's a place here to sign up right over here. You can sign up for a free account. And I'm going to sign in and show you what it all looks like. So previously, what we've been doing, right, is by email. Everyone emails plans back and forth. So this is where I land. I'm not sure where the public would land, but what you'd be looking for is this Explore up here. And you want to explore reports. And there's reports, new reports. It's the same thing, it's just the layout is just a little bit different. So when you go explore reports, and then you want to go over here where department. So you go to the planning department, and here you see, here's where all the applications are going to go. All the plans, all the associated reports that go with this. So I'll show you this one. Roman and Abby, they work in the planning department, so these are just dummy applications. So you can go here. This is the first one we ever received. And this is for Shaken Acres, where we split up the lots. And you can see there's a workflow over here on the left. This tells you when the application came in, and then the different steps that are associated with it. Not all these steps will apply. And you can click here, and I believe there is an application here. No. One of the steps was the applicant sent it in. It was certified incomplete, and you can see here, you can see correspondence. There's open public correspondence where I said incomplete, see January 5th, 2026 letter. You can look at all the attachments. These are all the attachments that come in and that the planning department sends out. So if you go to attachments, you can find the letter. Right, and this is the letter I sent to the applicant. Here's the stuff you need to finalize the plan. And this is the plan Chairman Kuchu just signed this evening. And this thing's in my way, so I don't know how to get back.
so the public can see every component of every plan as it's being routed through staff?
Yep, everything that we get, everyone out in the public can see.
So that's actually very different from how so building permits and, the license system preceded this. And that's been online for a number of years. So that system, I had some experience with that. I actually did a renovation of my porch a few years ago and went through the online building permit system, and it was like you had to create a login if you were the applicant. And you could see this kind of system as each staff and each department reviewed it. You'd have like a routing system like that, like check, yeah, I looked at it, it's good, I looked at it, it's good. But at that time, I think it was only if you had a login and a permit going in, you could see your stuff. You couldn't go in and look at the status of other people's permits. So this is a little different. This allows the public access to see all that.
Oh, yeah.
So that's.
Oh, yeah. Well, the public, there's public access to building permits, and, there's all that.
Glenn, again, you go to the home, the town of Cumberland, and OpenGov is in there?
Say that again?
Is the address in order to get to the OpenGov?
How did I get here?
OpenGov is the software.
Yep.
Yeah.
And every town has to use this. It was a state law.
So how do I get to?
The link didn't come out with the actual address in this. And I'm not on my usual, I mean, I can send this around.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, right, you can look, and then here is the plan. Here's the final plan for Shaken Acres, which was just signed tonight. And then you can go, I just think I'm gonna have to go back. We're still working out there's a lot of bugs and kinks in this thing, and we're still trying to figure it out. And I'll just show you, this partly came in today. This is Rhode Island Energy. You approved the project, and this is the administrative subdivision where they're gonna merge the lots. So you can go on here. He sent me the plan by email, so we're still in that in-between phase where we're still doing email and we're still doing OpenGov, and eventually we got to all turn it over here. So that's the extent of what we've gotten, but we're going to go 100% here, and the planning board, members of the public, you can check in, every so often, and hey, see what's new, see what the planning department got.
I went to the town website homepage, and you just scroll down to online permitting, and you click that, and it puts it right in here.
Oh, okay.
Does it?
Yeah.
Let's go there.
Online permit.
Let me get rid of this. So we go here and just go down to the bottom?
Yeah.
Or over here, online permitting.
Online permitting. Yeah.
There you go, yeah. And then, so it's hosted in a separate site. Yeah, and there you go. So I think, and then, I think you signed up?
I like the pictures on there for each option. That's nice.
Yeah, and then, hey, Bill, so you
Wait, you
did
want your picture
sign
up
up right here?
No, it's easier to understand.
Okay, oh, all right. So if we go sign up.
Oh yeah, the profile, sign up.
Yeah. And sign up using.
Sign up using secure portal.
Right.
Oh yeah, there's a login where I can put in my email password. I might have a login already, because when I got the license for my dog each year.
Right.
You have to sign in.
There you go.
So I don't know if it's the same sign in, but.
I think it's all moving that way. Like, that's where the state's trying to go. Like, it started with the licensing and building permits, and that was like, once we figured that out, the state legislature finally felt comfortable enough to be like, all right, now we should do everything, we need permitting. And Commerce, Rhode Island's been kind of the champion of this, like in legislation, there was a steering committee, lots of state agencies were involved in pushing this forward to get the municipalities to, bring this online, and they hired OpenGov to do this. But it's all been steadily moving in this direction for a number of years.
So if we don't sign up, we can't access all these,
You got to set up an account.
yes,
Yeah.
okay.
So my only question then is, are we still gonna are you guys gonna put on the agendas, like the hyperlinks, the planning board agendas on the website where it's still click and we can see stuff, or are we just gonna have to go in this and?
No, you're not gonna have to go find it. Yeah, we still post to clerk base and the homepage, and just
Okay.
make it easy to find in different places.
Okay. I'm so used to clerk base, I mean, I'm comfortable
Yeah.
with going there, getting the agenda and looking it over.
So, yeah, any other questions?
No, we're good.
I'm in, I signed in, I'm looking around.
You're up, you got an account, there you go, beautiful. Yeah, and you'll see, like, when we get things, sometimes it takes months before it gets over here, so.
It's more efficient to do it in the system like this. I recall when I did the permitting system, I think you got an email every time something was approved, so it's kind of a duplication, like in the system, like, the building official would approve something, the fire chief would approve something, police department would approve, and you get an email every time, like a notification every time you get that approval routing through your permit. And you don't really need that, you just go in. So you can go in the system and see where it is. That's
Right.
what I really need.
Right.
I like it.
Actually, we don't get notified, we're still working that thing out.
Well, I mean, like the applicant, like, do you
Yeah, oh,
want
you
to
get, sure, well,
15 emails as you're going through the approvals?
right.
Anyway, more efficiency, right?
Yep. Well, it looks like we're getting down to the end here. Public comment. Do you have any public comments to make?
We
Or
have no-
received? Nobody?
We have no one.
All right. And just before we adjourn, Glenn has put together some thank yous for Harry, Ken, and Greg. He showed them to me, so they'll be going out. And it's signed by the mayor. So, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna send that out tomorrow or next week.
Yeah.
They look good.
Yep, they look real good. And other than that, I'll entertain a moment to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion by Mr. Costa, second by Mr. O'Neill. All in favor? Opposed? Yeah.